Hello and welcome. In this structure building tutorial, we'll make the focus on the service structures, but know that this works for actually all structure within Sengens. So let's start with like a chosen property. So 21 Duke Street. So first of all, you want to take the address and go to the Sengen City Hall. You press so Command F on Mac and Windows F on Windows, and you will have this search bar appearing on top right of your screen. So you enter your address. So in this case, 21 Duke Street. So yeah, you can see 21 Duke Street. And then you can check the line of the property and using the tier column in what tier this property is part of. So in this case, 21 Duke Street is an emerald property. To define the side of the sidewalk, you will need an emerald crown. So let's get that item. So yeah, you go to like Big Up London, pretty easy to find. Just type London in the Upland search bar. Just type London and it will get you right away to the Big Up London shop. So there, first of all, you will have to contact us on the Discord and we'll organize the the reservation of the right asset for you. So you just have to provide us the quality of the property. If it's emerald, so yeah, there is 3 tiers and there is sapphire, so it's the smallest prop. You got emerald, that's middle range properties, and you have ruby. Ruby is really huge properties. You have only 100 ruby, I think. So yeah, in this case, you can see there is an emerald crown reserved for you, and a fence. So here we choose a tiny fence for the property, for the 21 Duke Street. So if it's reserved for you, you can click on the one apex. If the button is black, it means that it's reserved because there is the R on top left of the image. But if it's not green on the bottom, the bottom button, it's not for you. And the emerald situation is a bit special because you can actually choose between the 2 type of fences. So the tiny fence is reserved. If you have a sapphire property, you can only use the tiny fence. And if you have a ruby property, you can only use the bigger fence. So this is that one displayed on the screen. This is if you have a ruby property, you only can use this type of fence. But if you have an emerald property, and in this case we have an emerald property, you can actually choose between the 2 type of fence. So you just have to let us know what you prefer for your property, and you can actually like choose between the 2. That's the specificity of the emerald properties. There is another specificity about emerald properties that we'll get to really soon. So yeah, every time you have the oops, you can refresh your page, and normally it will succeed. So yeah, so as you can see, we have a oops, we refresh, and once refreshed, yeah, the action actually succeeds. So you're on the property, but here we have an issue. You can see like the surroundings. So this happens sometimes. So this is really not what we want right now. So you just restart, go back to the property, click again, click arrange again, and right now we should have the surroundings. So as we had the hoops, let's not refresh because it's probably when you make the refresh thing that it brings you to this this view without the surroundings, and we really need the surroundings. So let's retry. So I refresh the whole Upland at this point, and so yeah, you click arrange, and normally we should have the surroundings. We have the surroundings now, so we can start to work this out. So yeah, first of all, something really important is to figure out what is the main street, because we have like two edges, 2 boundaries on some streets. So you see, sometimes you have a property with just one. There is some property actually with no edges on streets. It's pretty rare, but it happens. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is a couple in St. James. There is a couple in every neighborhood. But yeah, most of the time you will have like 2 edges or just 1 edges on a street. So when it's just one edge, it's pretty easy. It's a no-brainer. You'll calculate from that edges, from that edge. Sorry. But in this case, we have like a corner. It's a corner prop. So yeah, it brings this challenge. The challenge is so you can see here you have like 4 edges like out. So that's pretty complicated on this kind of property. You should like put a sidewalk all around your property. That's pretty much how you should do it. But as you can see on this example property that I recently created to create an example. So it's really a property for example. You lose a kind of a lot of the exploitable UP2 of your property. But rest sure we set the sidewalk because the sidewalk will be really useful and will display a lot of stuff in the side within the sidewalls, and it has some community intrication and kind of gamified implication in the future where it comes with a really advanced structure, gamified structure. So yeah, we'll announce that in the near future. But yeah, let's go back to our main subject. We want to know what is actually your main, the main street between the two streets that create the corner. You really want to know that for an emerald property because you will use the crown to decide the size of the sidewalk. And it's not a square, perfect square. This crown is not a perfect square, so you have like a side that is smaller than the other one. It's a rectangle. So we really need to know what is the main street. In this case, we will choose German Street. Why? Because German Street is a more popular known streets between the two. So we'll go for German Street as the main road between the two. So what you want to do when you know the main street, you want to face the St. James part of the crown toward this main street. So in this case, German Street. When you do that, you want to have really the crown as much aligned as you can do. So I know it's a bit annoyed part, but yeah, let's make a reminder. Never use the arrow on the screen. This is total trash. You want to use weather. So I really encourage you to work on like the desktop version. On phone, it's pretty terrible. It crashed and it's hard to move around the assets. So yeah, let's try to use the desktop version. And on the desktop version, if you have a pad, you want to put like two fingers and scroll. You see, and it will turn the property. It will be like pretty precise. And if you have like a mouse, I think it's the wheel. But I don't use a mouse, so I'm not 100% sure. But it should be the wheel. You click and you use the wheel, and it should turn the assets pretty gently, and you can be like as precise as you can. So yeah. So you see, I put the crown straight on the street, and then I want to bring my fence, the fence I chose. So in this case, the tiny fence, as close as possible to the crown. We are creating a zone where it's let's say public areas. You see, beside your fences, it's public areas. So it's the community to decide what's going on in these areas. Of course, it's your property, but as you're part of the big St. James picture, this is how it works now. So besides the fences, your fences, it's the community to decide what will be displayed. So yeah, in short, you will have like light poles, like public light poles, bench, and all this kind of stuff that will be reward as soon as you follow the guidelines. So that's the deal. You follow the guidelines, you get drops, like asset drops, public asset drops. But again, it comes in a really complex structure with gamified, gamified structure. So yeah, there is more than just like public assets. There is all different types of public assets, and they are rewarded by different process, let's say. So yeah, let's go back to the property. The sidewalk on Duke Street is smaller than the sidewalk on German Street because Duke Street is the secondary road. And then you want to set the fences on the other edge. So this is a bit tricky part. So you have like a property that touch the 21 Duke Street, and at some point they will have like fences too. So obviously we don't want to put like a double row of fence. So the other property will use the 21 Duke Street row of fence on this share edge, this share boundary. And for some technical reason, you see there is like another little bit of edge that is directly on the street. We should have like a sidewalk in this part, but actually, yeah, it makes the things like so complicated, and it doesn't allow to have like the structure we want to put here. So yeah, this is a bit of an exception, and we'll have like kind of exception for pretty much all the properties. That's why it's really important to reach us on Discord and manage with us what should be done on this property, because it felt most of the time in the common sense, but the main part is we want to have something like really coherent. So we want to have like sidewalks, like really long part sidewalks that are always straight, so we can organize like St. James in the best way. But you'll see sometimes, like most of the time, there will be like some exceptions. Now it's time to choose house structure. So again, you see we got a hoops. So you refresh the page and should succeed. Yeah, we got it. In the first attempt, I realized that I misplaced the building because I didn't set this corner. So I get back and grabbed few more assets, so a pole, so I can mark the corner. So yeah, the S, yeah, you show the S to the you face the S to the outside of your property. You see. So in this case, you can choose whether it's on this side or more on the right side. But yeah, try to never point the S of this tiny fence in like toward in the inside of the property. It's yeah, showing the S to the outside world. So yeah, we mark the corner because try to always do that. We will reserve you as much fences components as you need to really do that. So yeah, this is the most important part because you really want to have like the fence running around the whole property, and so you really have to set this corner. So yeah, once you finish the corner, we can properly test the footprint of the structure you want. So here, these fences are a bit fun to display because you can see there is like a wave. They are wavy in some sort, and you can actually they are designed to make the cuts. You see there is a bit of a cut on some poles. Well, the cuts they are designed to have the cut toward the outside of the property. But actually, you can mess around if you're a bit creative and you want to play and mess around with the wave. You can turn them around and create some new patterns. You can put the waves all in the same ways or making bigger waves. I mean, you can play around. They are designed to mess with, so that's not a problem. So here we go. Let's test. So yeah, now you can really understand why we had to set back this corner. Really important. Without this corner, you can't actually really place the property. You will face most likely issues and you will have to restart. So yeah. But I mean, like every property is different. Here we have to really push it to the corner so we have the room for the sidewalk. But sometimes it's different. Sometimes you just don't need all that because the footprints fall right in the middle of the property because you're not a corner, and sometimes it's much more easy. That's why we choose this property for an example because it's kind of tricky. It's a tricky property to set. All right, so normally, yeah, this looks right. You see, we put like the fences at really strategic places, and now we're pretty sure that once we will like put the wall fencing, we'll fence the whole property, we won't have any issue. So yeah, what we're looking here in the overall St. James, we want like a neon city by night. Actually, that's why we really want this color scheme in the first place. But you'll see there is like many other reasons why we choose purple, and yeah, all felt under like huge sense. And in the server you can find a dedicated channel where we depict exactly why we choose these colors and what is the shim, the big shim on the long-term plan. So yeah, so what we want here, we want, so you have to, you can see the supermarket comes with an option. The first color, you can hit the 2 or the 12. So here, we go for the darker version, so I guess it will be the 2. So we'll make 2, 12, 12. The fencing will come in a later date. We didn't start to distribute fences. Again, fences they will be free. They come with counterparts, but they're free. Then the Apex free, the dollar free. There are free drops. But yeah, of course you need to validate some kind of St. James engagements. But yeah, there is not much of engagement needed for. It's really passive engagement when it comes for fencing and crowns. So yeah, no big deal. Okay, we all set. So we start the construction, and now you should be added to the spark train. And as soon as we reach rope prop, we'll max it out. Okay, so let's find out if we did a great job. So again, oops, you refresh the page and it should succeed. All right, so let's just move the fences around to just see if it worked perfectly. So we have like a kind of an issue on this sidewalk. That's a bit of a shame. But again, every property comes with exceptions because every property is different. There is a lot of restrictions from Upland in the first place. So yeah, as you can see, you can fit properly the fence and the crown, like for like this segment. So yeah, we will just like follow the footprint, and there will be like a little bit of a hiccup with the next property, but it's not a big deal actually, you see. If we want to have everything like straight and really, like it's the rule and we can pass over the rules, yeah, we won't advance. So again, it's really important to reach the team on the Discord and to check like every property case by case. And yeah, we just want to have something that makes sense overall, and yeah, it has to fall under the common sense. So as you can see, like we did a great job. We can run the fence all around the property. A bit of a hiccup on German Street, but it's no biggie again. Thanks for watching, and head to Discord for any further questions. See you around.